Hi friends, it's Bethany. I am working on creating some Valentine's Day decor because we just love celebrating Valentines around here. And so I thought I would take you along with my little idea that I had for creating some really fun, really quick and easy decor. And we're going to use some scrap vinyl today, which I always love doing because I have so many scrap pieces. So I purchased these little wooden XOXOs from Target. They came in bare wood and I painted them. They came with also a little bin of paint, which was really nice. So I used the darker of the pink, but then I wanted to do a lighter pink, so I used another paint that I got from Target as well, and it is the color Tulip, and it's a really pretty light pink. So I did that, and it took several coats. I want to say 3 coats of each, a little bit more on the lighter pink just because of the shade, but it turned out really cute, and I think they're going to turn out really, really fun. So I'm going to be placing them on this sign. I got this pre-made sign. I'm not sure if it was from Joann's or from Michael's, but I will say when you buy signs, white signs like this, usually I feel like they need a fresh coat of paint on the top. They're painted really well, but usually during shipping or handling, sometimes they get a little dirty, so I just applied a quick new layer of chalk paint to it, and it looks nice. So again, I'm going to be using scrap vinyl. I have lots of different scraps for my Oracle 651, and we're going to use that in the Cricut Explorer Air 2 today. You could use any machine for this project, but I thought it'd be fun to add some little polka dots to the little letters, and then we'll put them on the sign. So let's get started.
So my idea is to just create some little polka dots to go on my little letters. So I'm simply going to come into images, and once in images, I'm just going to type in polka dots to my search bar, and then I am going to use this little file here. Now, I am not going to use it in the way that you think, but I want to use a file like this because it creates a little weeding box for me, and I think it'll just be a lot easier to save additional scraps with. So I'll show you what I mean when I start weeding, but I'm going to go ahead and insert that. And then I'm going to size it. So my letters are sized at about 4 inches. So I'm just going to size my polka dots at about 4 inches by 4 inches. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this 3 times because I would like to do 4 different polka dots, and I have 4 different letters. Then I'm simply just going to make these pink. That really doesn't matter, but visually I just like that better. And then I am going to select my Cricut Explorer machine, and again, you can use any machine for this. I will say make it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using 4 pieces of scraps. So I'm going to just drag these little pieces to 4 separate corners so I can easily know how many or how much scrap material to place over here, and I can just do all 4 cuts at the same time. I'll go ahead and say continue, and then once it's located my machine, I can go ahead and do my material selection. So for my Explore machine, I always just keep my dial set to custom, and I do all of my selections manually in Design Space. That's just how I like to work. It makes it easier going between machines. So I'm going to use the premium vinyl setting for the Oracle 651 vinyl. I'll say done. We'll load our mat and get cutting.
Okay, so I have all of my scraps, and I put them in 4 separate corners just so I could run them all through my machine at the same time, yet utilize all the individual pieces. So I'm going to go ahead, load my machine, and get cutting out my designs. Okay, so all of my pieces have cut out. So I'm just going to cut along that square to save the rest of my scraps for another project because I still have some left over. So I'll put that in my scrap bin. And then what I like to do is I like to just take my scraper and just lightly run it over the front and the back just to make sure all the pieces are where they need to be. And this can help when weeding smaller projects. So this is why I wanted to use this file where it had the square around the little polka dots. It looks like Swiss cheese, honestly, but it just kind of contains them so you can save your scraps a little bit better. So now I'm just going to slowly peel away all of my excess vinyl that I don't need, leaving my polka dots right on that cutting sheet, just like that. So I'll go ahead and weed all 3 of the other pieces, and then we will apply them to the little letters. Okay, so this right here is why I like working with Oracle 651 vinyl, because I literally just weeded all 4 of those pieces in about 30 seconds. It is just so easy to weed, effortless, and I can just keep going with my project. Okay, so I'm going to grab some transfer tape and we're just going to get these all decorated, and I think this is going to turn out really cute, and we'll put it on our sign. So I am going to use some clear grid line transfer tape just so that I can utilize the clearness of it, and so it'll just really help me when aligning it on the letter, which you will see in a moment. So I'm just going to place that over my vinyl, put a little pressure with my scraper down just to help that vinyl and transfer tape meet, and then I like to flip it over, do the same on the back, and really make sure it's down. Okay, and then with it face down, I just like to slowly peel back that carrier sheet, leaving the vinyl right on the transfer tape, just like that. Okay, so now, because it's clear, I can easily see through it to my letter. So then I'm just going to place that where I'd like it on my letter. Just kind of any old place will be fine. That's going to be so cute. Okay, right there looks good. Okay, and then I'm just going to rub down. Initially, I'll go back through with my scraper. Okay, and you'll notice there's more polka dots obviously than there is surface area to go on, and some of them will kind of run off of the letter, but we will work with that with our X-Acto knife. But then the polka dots that don't have anything to go on will just come up with the transfer tape, and the rest will lay down right on the letter. That is so cute. I'm going to let this one stay, and then I'll trim off. That is so cute. Okay, and this little guy can come up too. And then you also have extra polka dots on your transfer tape in case you want to add any around there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn over, and I painted this a different color because I was testing out some of the paint colors, but I didn't end up liking that green. So I'm going to turn it over, and then I'm just going to look where I see little pieces of vinyl, and I'm just going to trim them off with my True Control knife, and they trim so easy. Just like that. Just so they really fit nicely on the letter. Okay, so then when I turn it back over, all of them have been trimmed and they all look perfect on there. And then again, if you would like to, you can even add some additional polka dots if you find any areas towards the edge. I probably would have actually sized this up just a little bit. My letters are about 4 inches by 4 inches, but it might have been better to size up my design to maybe 4 1/4 or maybe even 4 1/2, just to get the tops and bottoms a little bit more saturated with some polka dots. But again, you have extra polka dots to work with, so you can just add if you find that you visually need some. So I will add a couple and then trim them up and go to the next letter. Okay, so I'm moving on to my next one, and I will just do one more for you just to give you an idea for how easy it is. And I love using overlays on letters. I think it's just a really fun way to really make them fun, and they're so easy, and it's again another really great way to do projects with your scrap vinyl because they usually don't take very much. So just scraping down both sides one more time, make sure everything is meeting together with the transfer tape and the carrier sheet, and then slowly peel back, monitoring all the polka dots, just like that. And then we'll do this little O. That's so cute. Okay, again, just position that like that. And then the scraper tool, really press down. And you could even use maybe hot pink polka dots for the light pink if you wanted more of a contrast. That would be really, really fun as well to get colorful with your polka dots. Okay, I'm just slowly peeling away my transfer tape. maybe my little polka dots on there. They look so cute. Okay, and then once again, flipping over, there's me doing another little test of the paint that came with the kit. And you guys know me, I have a little aversion to bright colors. I was gonna be brave for you guys and do something super colorful, but in the end it's just not my style. Okay, so I really liked the light pink and the dark pink together. I thought it was just a little bit more me, and I just really like that color combination. Okay, so there we go. So cute and done. Okay, so I have all of my little polka dots on my cute little letters, and I love how they turned out. So now I'm going to get them adhered to my little sign. I think this is going to be so cute. So I'm simply going to use hot glue. You can use whatever adhesive you prefer, and I'm going to get these on my little board. So I am just going to get them placed visually where I would like them. You can get a measuring tape out if you prefer. I like to just eyeball it. And then what I'm going to do is start with one letter and go from there. So I'm just going to get a good amount of glue on the back, placing it right down, and keeping all of my other letters there as well, just so that I know how to line everything up. And that looks really good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do my next. Okay, this is going to be so cute for our little Valentine's Day decor. I love it. Okay, and then the next one. And if you guys really like these colors, they came in that little container with the wood letters, so you can always do that. I actually like to use all of my projects in real life, so I like to design for what's really my style, so this is definitely more my style than the colorful version. Okay, and then our final little letter. Okay, so this is how it turned out. I really love it. It's exactly what I envisioned. And this came with a little rope too, for hanging if you wish. I'm just going to simply prop it up against a wall with our other Valentine's decor, but I love it. I love how it turned out, and I hope you did too. If you found this helpful and you liked this craft, please be sure to give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.